Hey everyone, it's me, Ren, and today I am going to be doing a tutorial on how I make chipmunk hair on my chipmunk characters that I create, as some of y'all have probably seen on my social medias, so yeah. So the first thing that we're gonna do, also keep in mind, look in the description below and get the resources that I provided. So yeah, let's get started. So, the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna open the image that we want. Basically, I have this image of Alvin as an example. So yeah. So open that image up, and now we're going to do the hair. So, how I normally do the hair, I usually just go on my browser and type in Club Penguin Hair PNG. And then these like results will pop up and you'll have like PNG hair bases that you can use. It's very it's a lifesaver, honestly. Like, it's really great. So we're going to use this hair, but I'll leave a link since this isn't PNG, you know, like since it has a white background. I'll leave the PNG version in the description below so you guys can download it and yeah, open it in Photoshop, which is what we're about to do. So, save the hair that you want. Doesn't even have to be this hair, actually. But, just for the sake of the tutorial, get this one. And then you're gonna minimize or whatever. And then you're gonna open the hair. So we're gonna go to File, Open. You can get the hair that you saved. Mine was hair 3, I think. So yeah, after you do that, we're going to basically copy this hair from this document because it opens it in a separate document. So we're going to go to Edit, Copy, and then you're going to go to the document you opened up before, which is your base of the chipmunk, obviously. And then you're going to go to Edit and hit Paste. Now after you hit Paste, you can see the hair is slightly big, or a little too big. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually flip this hair so it can actually be facing where the character is facing. So to do that, we are going to go to Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal, and this will flip the hair. Now, obviously, since yes, it is too big, we are going to scale it down. So to do this, we're going to go to Edit, Free Transform, and this will give you basically a little box around the hair. And it will basically give you a list of options like to resize it and all that. So in the middle, if you wanted to drag the hair, this will give you a black arrow. So you're just going to drag it up here. Then to resize the hair, we are going to get this little arrow right here. If we click in these little squares right here, like let's say this one for example, we just click that little white square and then we're just going to drag to where it's better looking. And then also if you move outside the square, sorry, my voice is like really shitty right now. Anyways, so when you move the mouse outside the square, the white square in particular, you'll get this little arrow where it's like you can tilt the hair, sort of. So just tilt it a little bit like this. And yeah. And there you go, you got your hair. And also, I might make that a little bigger, like smaller, sorry. There we go. So after you hit that, you're going to hit the check mark, or you can press enter on your keyboard. And now you see we got this hair base aligned and everything on the character's head. So, now all we're going to do is we are going to basically X out of this because we don't need that anymore. And now, also I forgot to mention, when you get the hair all adjusted and everything, like after you've imported it and everything, it does automatically make a new layer once you copied and pasted it and stuff like that. Anyways, yeah. So after you adjusted it and got it to where it's fitted on the character's head properly, we are going to use a special little tool called the Smudge tool. Normally it's going to be set to blur tool right now in your toolbar, but we're going to right click and hit Smudge tool. And in the Smudge tool, I use a specific brush, a custom brush that I actually made. So if you guys want that brush, I highly recommend downloading it. And once you download it, you just import it into Photoshop, like, you know, file, open the PNG picture of the brush in Photoshop, and save it as a brush preset. It's actually really easy. I'll leave a link to how to make custom brushes in the description below. Anyways, once you've got all that done, you're gonna go to your brush tool, and basically we're gonna use the custom brush that I specifically left in the description below, that you guys downloaded and saved as a brush preset. Anyways, you're gonna change the size of it, and depending on how big the picture is, you'll have to either make it bigger, like 86 or 90, 100, or just 50 if it's a smaller picture or whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna make mine 70%. And also make sure that your strength for the spiky effect for this particular brush and for the hair and everything, make sure the strength is at 70% so you can get that spikiness, because a lot of people really like how I do the hair with the spiky effect on my characters and stuff. So also, before we actually smudge it, let's go ahead and actually change the color. So we're going to go to image and we're going to make it black. So to do this, we're going to go to adjustments, hue, saturation. And basically we're going to change the saturation all the way down to -100%. Also keep in mind that saturation, if you make it like 100% like positive, it'll make it more colorful. Or if it's on normal, it'll be like brown like this. But if you change it all the way down to -100%, it'll make it like a gray color. Then you're going to hit OK. Then you're going to go to image. Then you're going to go to adjustments. Then brightness and contrast. And this will actually help you make the hair. It'll help you make the hair look more black. So, no pun intended. Anyways, so we're gonna put the contrast all the way up to +100. Keep in mind, if you put it at -50, it's not gonna really do anything, but put it at 100, like all the way up to 100. And you're gonna change the brightness down, at least just enough. I'd say about all the way down to 150, and there you go. You got yourself a black looking hair. So you click OK. Now we're gonna move to the smudge tool. Finally. So after you saved the brush that I left in the description, make it as a brush preset, and then it'll like automatically save in your brushes. And then basically you're gonna change the size of it to 70%. Or that can vary, depending on the size of your image. But based on the size of my image that I have right now, I'm put it at 70, or you could put it at 50. Either way, it works. So I'm gonna put mine at 70 since it's a little bigger. Then we're gonna zoom in with our zoom tool, and actually try to see if we can like smudge it out. So after that, after you zoomed in pretty well, you just take your smudge tool, and then you're just gonna click and drag in this. And it kind of gives it, as you can see, it kind of gives it that spiky look, sort of. Because a lot of people have really been wondering how my hair looks so good on my characters, and it's usually this smudge tool that I use. Or the smudge brush that I use anyways. So we're just gonna smudge it out. Kind of like that. And it really kind of makes the hair look more realistic, sort of. The smudge tool is like your best friend, so. Yeah. And since this looks a little too much in there, okay, there we go. And there you go. It probably would look better if I was actually more motivated, but this kind of gives you an idea of how spiky it should be. And yeah, so after you do that, you're going to change the opacity of this a little bit, because the way I do the character's hair, sometimes I kind of just, their ears aren't showing, so to do that we're going to change the opacity just a little bit, like 90%. Then we're going to zoom in, take the eraser tool, change the size to like maybe 10% or 10 whatever. And then we're just gonna see, as you can see where the ears are, we're just gonna erase part of that hair and actually make the ears appear. So yeah. Then we're gonna now change the opacity back to 100. And as you can see, the ears are now showing. And then we're gonna take the smudge tool, make the brush a little bit smaller. Like maybe 30. About 30, yeah. Then we're just gonna smudge around the ears a little bit so the hair is, and make sure you're on the layer the hair is on. And there you go. You got yourself some hair on your Chipmunk character. I hope this helps in some way. I'm sorry if it's not the best tutorial out there, but I tried to make this as short as possible, but because this is the only thing I wanted to show you guys on how I do it. So, because I know a lot of you were probably wondering how I do hair on my characters, especially photo edits and stuff like that. So yeah, this is how I do my hair, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. Comment below if this helped you any. I would love to know some feedback if this helped. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.